witch's hat roof, and here you just prove sun rays diverge. This one's going this way, this one's going this way.
No, that's perspective. So when you look at train tracks, they appear to converge.
And then you say now it's perspective. If you understand perspective, you would be knowing you, the observer, are looking outwards to the object. So using Minecraft to make our point that it's appearing to converge, and notice not to a singular point or convergent line, is not the sun showing apparent convergence. The sun is a point to us. We are looking at the sun.
Welcome everyone. It appears that Flatzoid needs some more FE, free education. Rachie50 has been going after him, as we all know. And of course, Flatzoid thinks that anti-flat earthers, as we are called now, are just trolls who are a waste of his time because we challenge his dishonesty with evidence and facts. He thinks he is telling the truth, his truth, and that we are being dishonest. However, he moves the goalposts when challenged and makes up excuses to keep himself ignorant by misinterpreting the evidence of the subjects he thinks he's knowledgeable of. I guess denial is a hell of a thing. Anyway, I watched these two shorts by Rachie and noticed that she is also taking on Big Pig Slapper Oink, a really decent, live and let live human being who always has kind words to say about everyone, never takes the moral high ground, nor judges anyone.
Excuse me, is this Sarcasm 101?
No, it's Lama's class from Men Named Arthur.
I then watched this short by Flatzoid, addressing Rachie using a clip from Big Pig Slapper Oink, whom she debated and per usual was his usual charming self.
Now what I'm going to tell you is that the anti-crepuscular ray
shows that the light's not parallel.
That's correct, Rachie. It shows the light rays are not parallel. They are divergent.
Yeah, you said they run parallel. See, there's a source back here, there's one running that way, there's one running that way. See how they get closer here and they diverge? The sun rays diverging. Y'all said sun rays don't diverge. Sun rays diverge. I showed you that with that witch's hat roof, and here you just prove sun rays diverge. This one's going this way, this one's going this way.
No, that's perspective. So when you look at train tracks, they appear to converge.
And then you say now it's perspective. If you understand perspective, you would be knowing you, the observer, are looking outwards to the object. Train tracks, it would appear to converge because it's from the observer to the train tracks. The sun rays coming from the sun are from the sun to you. So in other words, it's an actual divergent from an actual point. Thank you for playing, Rachie. Try again.
Oh, I need to play one more part again.
And then you say now it's perspective. If you understand perspective, you would be knowing you, the observer, are looking outwards to the object.
Wow, could you be any stupider?
Anywho, I did the usual song and dance with Flatzoid where I made some comments and tagged him, Big Pig Slapper Oink, and Rachie in a few community posts. And of course, he latched onto one community post where I included a Minecraft video I made on perspective. He didn't use another post with a video where I time-stamped the sun's rays being concentrated in the holes in the clouds and appearing to change perspective as the clouds moved. No, he took the one he could use to, well, let's take a look at it to see what argument he came up with.
Okay, this is from Globamom, thinking that this shows somehow her point that the sun is just perspective. Notice that all these have their own points. So the sun is a singular point. So using Minecraft to make our point that it's appearing to converge, and notice not to a singular point or convergent line, is not the sun showing apparent convergence. The sun is a point to us. We are looking at the sun. The sun's physical light is in all directions, as I show here with a actual video. I'm going to change the saturation now for you guys so you can see the light is going in all directions. Notice that you cannot claim perspective here because the cloud is covering the sun.
Yes, you heard him right. You can't claim perspective because the cloud is covering the sun. Under the comment section in that video, I commented, that Minecraft video shows perspective. The lines converge and diverge just like crepuscular rays and anti-crepuscular rays. You don't need a single point to see perspective. Why not show the other video I posted on my community tab and tagged you in with a timestamp that shows the clouds moving with the sun's concentrated rays moving with them, showing them angled, then parallel, then angled again, with no sun in sight? Flatzoid replied, sun, singular point. Minecraft, many points. Minecraft is you viewing an apparent convergence. It's not actual. Well, no shit, Sherlock, it's optical. The sun is a singular physical point. The light is physically going in all directions from the sun. Not hard to comprehend. Again, no shit, Sherlock. Of course I had to reply back with, still not addressing that video I gave a timestamp for that shows perspective without showing the sun. And might I add, shows rays from different points under the clouds? So what number hill is this you want to die on now? And then Sleeping Warrior chimed in with, it's a false equivalence. Train tracks are lateral, but sun's rays are vertical. Are you sure about that, Sleeping Warrior? Because I wouldn't stake your life on it. Lateral lines are subject to perspective, but vertical lines are always vertical in perspective. Again, do you really want to stake your life on that claim? This debunks the distant sun claim, but they always ignore this inconvenient evidence. Boys and girls, can you say irony? If the sun was really distant, there would be vertical rays, but spanning the whole horizon and never any angled rays, ever. Glover Mom still thinks gravity is a force. You are wasting your time with her, Flatzoid. Don't go any further with her until she at least admits that gravity is not a force. Before I address what Flatzoid said, let me address Sleeping Warrior. Train tracks are only lateral if you are looking at them from the side. They are, however, parallel with one another and can slope up or down when going through valleys and over hills and mountains. Second, the light emits divergent light from everywhere all over it. It's not a spotlight. When the sun's light hits the earth, we can sometimes see its light as rays when that light is concentrated through leaves, mountain peaks, buildings, clouds, etc. And we call these crepuscular rays or sun rays. And because the sun is so big compared to the earth, the rays that hit us are virtually, effectively, basically, may as well be parallel. Third, perspective is a thing. And finally, fourth, you have an obsession with misinterpreting what I said to you about gravity. You know what my opinion is, yet you can't not bring it up every single time. Use the free healthcare in the UK you have and seek help with that, please. Okay, now it's Flatzoid's turn. That Minecraft video was a representation of what perspective is, and if all those lines extended out into the distance more, they would appear to meet at a single point. To quote what you replied to me, not hard to comprehend. I never said the sun's light doesn't go in all directions or diverge at its source, i.e. the sun. For an explanation for that, see what I explained to Sleeping Warrior. I made a community post from this comment from me from his short in response to Rachy50's, which I played earlier, and Flatzoid's response to it. And I also included this representation of the Sun-Earth system, which I had to crop to have it fit YouTube's ratio to post it, and why the sun's diverging rays are virtually, effectively, basically, may as well be parallel. He, of course, stuck to his nuh-uh contrarian narrative with his comment because he apparently doesn't understand scale.
You can't fix stupid.
In this panoramic image, which is a composite of several different images and stitched together at the time of it being taken, one can see the crepuscular rays from a side view going across the sky over Guam. Though it is distorted due to it being a panoramic image, the crepuscular rays show no convergence nor divergence. And these images taken 9 minutes apart show crepuscular and anti-crepuscular rays converging and diverging, and then diverging and converging, which are due solely to perspective because perspective is optical. In the image on the right, you can see the belt of Venus, thus giving further evidence of the sphericity of the Earth, as the sun would have to be below the horizon for Earth to cast a shadow on itself. Some flat earthers or anti-globers use crepuscular rays as a way of pinpointing where they think the sun is located and use it as proof of a small, close, and local sun, or that the sun is in the clouds, or both. The following screenshots are from a video off my channel which I published about 4.5 years ago. I have muted the music and added my commentary. Crepuscular ray, a streak of light that seems to radiate from the sun shortly before or after sunset, when sunlight shines through a break in the clouds or a notch in the horizon line and illuminates atmospheric haze or dust particles. Globe deniers believe that crepuscular rays are also evidence of a small, close, and local sun. So the sun is only over this lake, directly above these trees, over this lake, over this part of the road, over this lake, or this body of water. Flatzoid, Big Pig Slapper Oink, and others claim that the sun's rays, as seen from the surface of the earth, diverge. Yet, when seen from high above the earth in these two images, they are virtually, effectively, basically, may as well be parallel. Before I ended this video with a sped up video by none other than Reds Rhetoric himself of him recording crepuscular rays while flying in an airplane, I want to remind you all to do all the YouTubey things. Thank you for watching. You are all awesome. See you in the next video.